Good consultations result in good well being and happiness, while evil consultations result in chaos and sadness. Welcome to another episode, and we're going to chapter 83. And chapter 83 is a Makan Surah. In fact, we have Makan Surahs following that one up to chapter 98 exclusive. So the Makan Surahs spin from chapters 83 up to 97. So whatever I read up to chapter 27, up to chapter 97 will be Makan Surahs, in case I forget to mention it. So chapter 83 is Mutafifin, and Mutafifin means dealing in fraud, and it's a Makan Surah, can be found on page 1915. The next surah is Inshakak. Surah Inshakak. And Inshakak is rendering asunder, if I'm not mistaken. 84 rather. Chapter 84. Yes, rendering asunder. Rendering asunder, chapter 84. Chapter 84. And it can be found on page 1922. Meccan or Makan. Then we go to chapter 85, which is Buruj. And Buruj means the Zodiac. Buruj, 85 years, Zodiac sign, stroke, consultation, or Zodiac sign / consultation. And that's chapter 85. Makan Surah can be found on page 19. Can be found on page 1928. We now go to Tariq, chapter 86, and Tariq is the star, brightening star. Tariq is brightening star, the night visitant, or brightening star. And it's also Makan Surah, and that's chapter 86. We now go to chapter 87, Suratul A'la. Suratul A'la means the Most High. 87. Yes, Suratul A'la means the Most High, referring singularly and specifically to God, the Almighty God of the universe, Suratul A'la. And that again is a Makan Surah and can be found on page 1937. Now we go to Suratul Gasha, and Gasha is chapter 88. Gasha means the overwhelming event. The overwhelming event. Suratul Gasha, chapter 88. A Makan Surah can be found on page 1942. Next, we go to chapter 89, which is named Fajr, and Fajr means dawn. Muslims usually call the dawn prayer Fajr. So Fajr means dawn. It's a Makan Surah, and it's chapter 89 and can be found on page 1947. Next, we go to Surah Al-Balad. Balad means the city. And the city, Balad 90, chapter 90, or the 90th chapter, is a Makan Surah, can be found on page 1954. From there, we go to Surah Al-Shams. Al-Shams means the sun. Al-Shams, it means the sun. It's a Makan Surah, and it's chapter 91 and can be found on page 1959. The next surah is Layl, night. Layl means night. And if you are translating from Arabic to English, you will say the night. But in English, there is no the night. The night is not there. We just say night. But in Arabic, it's the night, as it's called. So Surah Al-Layl is chapter 92 and it's a Makan Surah and can be found on page 1963. The next chapter is 93. Duha, Duha, Duha is D or blind, or Duha is D or light. Let's see. 90. Yes, from Fajr and Layli. Oh, which one comes first? Yes, from Fajr and Layli, we go to Duha. And Duha means the glorious moving light. We did it before, but I've forgotten. Duha means the glorious moving light. The glorious moving light. Chapter 93. Duha. And it's a Makan Surah. Can be found on page 1968. The next chapter is Surah Al-Shah, chapter, or rather Sharh, uh, Surah Al-Shah, chapter 94. Chapter 94. Surah Al-Shah means the expansion. Alam nashraka laka sadraka wa wada'na anka wizraka allazi anqada zahraka wa rafa'na laka zikraka fa inna ma'al usri yusra inna ma'al usri yusra fa idha faragta fansab wa ila rabbika farghab. Muslims know this. Let me say, have chewed these things already, even those who can't understand Arabic because they use it to prayers. So Sharha is expansion. Like I said before, Moses said, Rabbi Ishragli Sadri, God, oh my Lord, expand my chest. That's before going to Pharaoh. That was his prayer. And then when Muhammad comes, the word is also echoed. It says, Alam nashraka laka sadraka. Haven't we expanded your breast or your chest? So you see the relation between Moses and Muhammad, or between the prophets generally. Mm. So Surah Al-Sharha is chapter 94, and it's the Makan Surah, and it can be found on page 1973. 1973. The next chapter is Surah Al-Tin, the fig tree. We did it before. Surah Al-Tin, the fig tree, and it's chapter 95. 95. Yes, the fig tree. Fig tree 95. And it's a Makan Surah and can be found on page 1976. The next surah is Al-Alaq. Al-Alaq. Oh, Surah Al-Tin. The next surah is Al-Alaq. Yes, I think there was a mix-up in my pamphlet here. But then the next surah, let's see, we've done Tin. Yes, the next surah is 96, Al-Alaq. Leech-like cloth. Leech-like cloth. I think it's cloth, not cloth. Oh my God. I think it's cloth. No, yeah, I've mentioned it. Leech-like cloth. Leach, leech, like cloth. And that can be found on page Alak. That can be found on page 1973, and it's a Makan Surah. The next Surah is Kadr. Kadr is power. The night of power. The next Surah is, and Kadr is what number? Kadr is 97. Kadr is chapter 97. Yes. The night of power. That's the night that the Quran was brought down to the Prophet of Islam, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the night of power. So the chapter 97 is named after that night, and it's a Makkah surah and can be found on page 1984 in my version of the Quran. The next surah is Binat 98. Binat 98. Uh, Binat 99. The clear evidence. Al Binat. Uh, the clear evidence. And Binat is the Makkah surah. 98. No, I made a mistake. Bernard is a Medina Surah. It's a Medina Surah and can be found on page 1986. And that's the 98th Surah. We end here, or we pause here until we meet again in our next video, where we will continue from Zalzila. Thank you very much. Illa laka, bye bye, Uruwa. May God be with you all.